Yes guys, what's happening? Welcome back to Rush Athletics TV with myself, Rushy S. Today I've got a quick fire and very raw video for you to take you through the most common mistakes that I see beginners making with a jump rope. Not to say that it's just for beginners, I mean intermediates and possibly advanced jump ropers, they could be making these type of mistakes as well. So hopefully it's useful, hopefully it'll get you to the top of your game, get you jumping well and obviously getting the most out of your skipping workout. So without further ado, let's get it. Right, so here we go. This is how it's going to work. I'm going to show you what the common mistake is. I'm going to explain to you and show you why it's bad for you. And the third thing is I'm going to show you how to correct it. So the first one is outstretched arms. Okay, so we've all seen this. People jumping like this. Right, why is that bad? Two things. The first thing is what I mentioned before, which is you need to look slick when you're jump roping, when you're skipping. And this doesn't look slick. Second of all, it's bad for your shoulders. You're putting so much stress on your shoulders, guys. To get the rope around, you're having to rotate around an uncomfortable kind of axis around your shoulders. That's doing all the work to get the rope around. Then you've got a bit of wrist action. It's just not comfortable, it's not natural, it doesn't look natural, and it's not effective for you. What you need to do, guys, is you need to kind of bring your elbows in by your side. So instead of facing downwards, your elbows, they're now facing behind you, right? So if you imagine just keeping things nice and relaxed, elbows by your side, and what that helps you do now is it's going to make you rotate the wrists more, okay? And that's the main thing about when you're skipping, guys, is that you want to have everything nice and relaxed, nice and tight in terms of your core, and you just want to let the rope gain momentum via the wrists, not anything else, not any major muscle groups. It's going to allow you to skip for longer, it's going to allow you to get the most benefit. So that's the first one. Let's move on to the second one. Second one is bad posture. Sounds a bit strange, but yes, there is a more efficient posture in skipping, and then there's the bad one. So what I mean by the bad ones, you see sometimes people skipping, and if I move to the side, they'll skip, and they'll just have a kind of hunched back, kind of really forward, downwards, right? What you want to do with skipping to get the most benefit out of it is you want to be upright, okay? And the reason why you want to be upright is because it's going to hold your core in, you're going to brace your core, and as you're jumping, your core's getting a good workout. And again, like I mentioned from the previous common mistake, you want everything just to be relaxed. If you're kind of hunched over, you're going to be putting a lot of tension on your lower back, and it's not going to be efficient for you, it's not going to help you, and it's going to do you long-term damage. So you want to always have a really good posture, nice straight back, chest out, core in, okay? So none of this when you're jumping, not even too much kind of on the other side, but that's how you're going to correct that one. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is one of my favorites, and I could talk about this for ages, but I'm hoping I'm not. So the next one is all about bad jumping technique. So it kind of covers a big broad area, but I'm going to break it down. What I mean by bad jumping and incorrect jumping technique is people are jumping too high, and what they're doing is they're flexing their knee to try and not get caught on the rope, right? Now if you saw my previous episode, my previous video, I show you how to get a rhythm in skipping and how to ensure that you jump minimally off the floor. But a common mistake I'm seeing is people doing stuff like this. So they're jumping and they're really, flexing the knees. And you can actually just hear my feet, the impact of my feet hitting the floor is just bad for your knees, guys. This is why it's a bad technique. You're kind of coming down on a really high impact. You don't need to jump that high because the rope is about a few centimeters in width. Doesn't mean you need to jump 2-3 foot off the floor. So you're just going to do damage to your knees. So it's a broad area, but how are you going to correct this? So the way to correct it, guys, is if you look at my previous video, is just get timing and rhythm. The way you get timing and rhythm is get the rope in one hand, you swing it to one side, and you just jump, right? As you hear the rope hitting the ground, once it clicks the ground, that's when you jump. That's going to help you get some good rhythm, and it's going to allow your body to actually understand that you don't need to jump so high. So try and refrain yourself from doing that. look after your knees, and again, like I said, you need to look slick when you do this. Try not to jump, to the next level of the building. So number four is linked to just jumping incorrectly, but where that was concerned with your knees, this is more concerned with your feet. So I see a lot of people jumping on their heels. Again, it's related to bad kind of knees and posture and that type of stuff. But what I see people doing is this. They're jumping, if I can get it right, they're jumping, and they're just really coming down heavy. They might not be jumping very high off the floor, which is actually good rhythm, but they're just hitting their heels flat on the floor. And the reason why that's bad, guys, is again, you're just going to put massive impact on your knees. Your calves are not going to get the right workout that they deserve. Why? Because you need to be jumping on the balls of your feet. If this was the ground and this is your foot, you need to be like this at all times. You need to feel like your heels do not touch the ground, guys, and that's going to help you get the maximum calf burn. It's going to get you the maximum workout. It's going to tone your legs, it's going to tone your quads, it's going to strengthen everything about your workout. Right, next one. So I'm going to try and get through this quickly so this video remains short and sweet. Next one is breathing, guys. What I see a lot of people doing is jumping and they're just breathing through their mouth like it's just it's not funny to watch, to be honest with you, but why is that bad? That's bad because you're not allowing your body to kind of like get the air around to the organs, to get for the lungs to open. The way you need to do this is you need to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. That's going to expand your lungs and it's going to allow you to jump for longer, and again it's going to get you the right workout. It's going to get the oxygen around to the muscles, and it's going to be just more beneficial for you. So refrain yourself from just breathing from your mouth and not having a controlled breathing technique, guys. Next one, we're nearly there, guys, nearly towards the end. Next one is not controlling the speed of the rope. Again, sounds a bit generalistic, a bit broad, but what do I mean by that? People tend to skip, and when they pick up the jump rope and they want to go at 100 miles an hour. I think I can understand this. I probably did it as well back in the days when I started. But you just think that you need to go fast to have an effective workout, to get the most of it, to look good, to impress people, whatever it may be. The key is you don't. The key is you need to work it in a way that you can go fast at some times, and then you can go slow when you need to catch a breath. So you need to be able to control the speed of your rope. And the way you're going to do that is via the wrists, okay? Your wrists are the motor for your rope, okay? If you jump faster, it doesn't mean the rope's going to go around faster, okay? Sometimes people are getting out of sync because they're jumping, 100 miles an hour, but their wrists are so tired or their arms are so tired that the rope's just not going around quick enough in terms of how fast they're jumping. So nothing's really in sync. So the way you're going to correct this, guys, is you're going to work on your wrist. Your wrist is the most key and the most important part of really getting any momentum in the jump rope. So a few drills you can do for that is simply, you just go slow for 10 seconds with your wrist, and then when you're ready, 10 seconds going fast, okay? So you just mix and match and just change the speed up. But the key is to keep going through it. You don't take a break. So, quick demo. Start slow. Wrist nice and easy, and then when you're ready, you go with action, fast wrist, and then slow it down. Fast, slow it down. Okay? That will allow you to get everything in sync, your wrists, your legs, coordination, brain, everything. So try that drill, fast and slow, and then you'll be learning how to control the jump rope just how you like. Right, we're on to the last one. I think I'm running out of light, and I've been taking too long to actually record this video, which was supposed to be really quick. So the last one is the most common mistake. One of the most common mistakes I see people doing is trying to learn the tricks, the difficult tricks, before they've even got the basics on lock, all right? So before they've even got the basics kind of covered. It's a good thing that people, try to aim high. They've got that ambition. I want to do a crossover. I want to do a double under. I want to do double with crosses, etc., etc. And they see all these fancy moves, and they want to get straight stuck in. They want to smash them out straight away. Now, the important thing to note, guys, the why I brought this into this video is because I would say that for me, the reason why I've become efficient and proficient with the rope is because I spent hours and hours trying and training my mind, my body, everything just to get the basics right. So getting the footwork right, controlling the speed of my rope, transition between different moves, like easy moves, but always making sure that the technique was 100% correct, making sure I looked slick, making sure that my body was getting the right workout in the most efficient way. And although I always did try and do a crossover here and a jump double under here, and I wanted to try and get these moves in, I always remembered that, you know, for these moves to actually come off correctly and look good, I had to get the fundamentals correct. I had to work it up from the ground up. Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit more of a kind of coaching lesson from my part to you. Obviously, try and hit those moves. Go for those moves whenever you can, but always put in the time for the easy stuff. And when I mean the easy stuff, I'm talking about footwork. Like I said, I'm talking about simple drills, one-legged jumps, slow jumps, fast jumps, the run, skip, things like that. I mean, these things are core moves, and when you do end up doing the double unders, and when you do end up doing the crossovers and things like that, when you transition, when you have that transition from one move to the next, you're going to have the right footwork, the right hand-eye coordination, the right type of kind of movement in your body to get the variations on point. So keep that in mind. Don't go too hard on the advanced tricks, on the difficult ones. Stick to the basics. Keep watching this channel to learn the basics really well, and obviously the advanced moves. Give me a subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully you like this one, guys.